milestone here on its flight to space. You can follow along, obviously, with the altimeter at the base of the screen, as well as the speedometer. They are gaining speed on their climb to space. We have confirmed max Q. This is when the aerodynamic stresses on the vehicle were at their maximum. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us live for New Shepard's second human flight with Audrey Powers, William Shatner, our customers Glenn DeVries and Chris Bosshausen on board. They are well on their way to space. So far, a nominal flight, a clean burn on our Blue Engine 3. New Shepard giving them a beautiful flight to space this morning. The rocket is climbing towards an altitude. We're aiming just over the Kármán line, the internationally recognized line of space of 100 kilometers. That is about 328,000 feet. And a gorgeous view down the rocket. And now we've had main engine cut off. The BE-3 engine has shut off. And in just a moment, we're going to separate the capsule from the booster. And at that point, our astronauts will have the opportunity to get out of their harnesses and enjoy the beauties of zero G. Let's wait to listen. And there you can see a clean separation between the capsule and the booster. And there you can see the capsule from the top of the booster. They are continuing their ascent over the Kármán line. You'll know when they hit apogee, when the speed hits 0. And there they are, over 328,000 feet, over 100 kilometers. Welcome to space. The newest astronauts on board our crew capsule. And there they are. They have just about hit their apogee at about 351,000 feet. And while we don't have apogee, I can just imagine, Jackie, they are having the time of their lives. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us live from West Texas. So far, a nominal flight for our second human crew. So exciting, Jackie, to have sent Captain Kirk himself, William Shatner, to space. I cannot wait to hear his commentary upon return, as well as our two customers, Chris Bosshausen from Australia, to all the fans tuning in from down under. A big shout out to you guys, as well as Glenn DeVries and our very own Audrey Powers. They are coming back home. The booster, of course, is going to beat the capsule back home. It is more aerodynamically shaped, of course, at the base of the capsule. It's kind of a blunt end, so it's less aerodynamic. What we're going to see coming up shortly is at the top of the rocket, we have the ring fin. There's some what we call the pie fins that extend from the ring fin, as well as the drag brakes. The pie fins, the wedge fins, help stabilize the vehicle, kind of like the feathers at the back of an arrow. And then you will also see the drag brakes. And as you mentioned, Jackie, it cuts the velocity dramatically. There you can see the wedge fins are out. Here we see the descent. We are going to expect the BE-3 engine to relight just at about 3,600 feet or about 1,200 meters above ground level. Let's wait for that now. The drag brakes have deployed. And here we come, New Shepard. Touchdown. Welcome back, New Shepard. The 4th flight to space and back for that vehicle provided a beautiful flight to space for our 2nd human crew. Wow, that gets me every time we do this live down here in Texas. The sonic boom is so cool. Drag brakes are folding back in, as have the wedge fins. Just looks like you could fuel her up and go again. What do you think, Jackie?
And even when you know to expect the sonic boom, it still catches you off guard every time.
Talk about a rumble. A beautiful sight of our New Shepard rocket there in the West Texas desert. But of course, the show is not over. The capsule is descending. We are waiting for first the drogue chutes to deploy. Those are very much like the guide parachutes. They will subsequently be followed by the main parachutes that will first reef and then fully inflate. And there go the drogue parachutes. And here come the mains. Whew, what a flight. You can already start to hear the cheers from outside our stage here in West Texas.
I just threw a piece of fog cola. There's a lot. Look out your window, Audrey. Oh, yeah, I see it. I can't see the booster. Where is it? Probably from the cover. It's going to rotate. I want to find that pod and take it home. How about that, guys? How about that, guys? That was unlike anything they described. All right, we got less than 1,000 feet. All right, great. Let's down.
And here comes our crew back into the desert.
Newest astronauts 596, 97, 98, and 99.
That's unlike anything you'll ever feel.
Stand by touchdown. Stand by touchdown.
Stand by touchdown.
And capsule touchdown. Welcome back. The newest astronauts, Audrey Powers, William Shatner, our customers, Glenn DeVries and Chris Boshausen. what a day for you. Welcome back. I cannot wait to talk to them, Jackie, and just get what they experienced up there this morning. What a clean and beautiful flight from the rocket for our astronauts.
What an absolutely stunning flight. And I also loved hearing that audio of them on their way back about how this experience was for them. And I can't wait to hear their stories.
Well, you heard William Shatner say, this is like nothing I've ever experienced before. So coming from a man who in theory has experienced space
Who
for
has
decades.
gone warp speed and traveled the entire intergalactic universe. This was like nothing he's ever seen before.
What a day for our astronauts. So now our team is preparing landing safety operations and recovery of our astronauts from the crew capsule. We'll be on the ground at the landing site to follow the action in just a bit, maybe even talk to the world's newest astronauts. Some absolutely breathtaking stuff. And I'll note that you're going to see our the recovery team show up very shortly, because we actually send them out before the capsule has landed, because through our modeling, we get by now we're very, very good at analyzing where the capsule is going to come down, given where we know.
Very precise on that landing.
Exactly, where the winds are. And so we're going to see the recovery team come out there, and of course they will also be joined by some of their friends and family to watch as they emerge from the capsule. Let's check out these beautiful shots of our 4 astronauts there in the Texas desert after having gone up over the Kármán line and back. And here's some beautiful shots of our 4 astronauts in the capsule awaiting the recovery team. I understand from Capcom that they have had communications with those 4 astronauts, and they have all given the thumbs up that they are doing A-OK after an exhilarating flight to space and back.
Awaiting that recovery team in that champagne shower, which
Yes.
I'm now regretting that we don't have any champagne for ourselves, Ariane. That feels very unfair after this show.
There's some waves from our astronauts there. And there in the foreground, you see the capsule, the background, their ride to space, the New Shepard booster. Again, that booster has flown to space and back 4 times with this flight. And coming to get them is the recovery crew. And Jackie, you can see there, again, beautiful shots of the capsule. The parachutes actually have fallen pretty close to the capsule itself, meaning that there isn't a lot of ground wind out there. We talked about this earlier in the show, and of course we had to delay a day because of the gusty winds that have been out there. But no, today has been a beautiful day for a launch and landing of a rocket, and launch and landing of 4 new astronauts.
I know we were talking to Chris a couple days ago, and he actually flew that USB full of music from around the world to space. As you mentioned, he's a DJ. So of course we have our new astronauts. We have our Club for the Future postcards that have just returned from space. And of course, you know, some of the personal items like this awesome USB full of music. I wish we could be playing some of that right now.
Well, you probably will soon. Actually,
Yes.
you know, as we mentioned, Chris Bosshausen has kind of a side gig as a DJ, DJ Crispy, and he actually released an album on Friday, and I can't wait to see what he does with that music. some musicians on board too. Of course, William Shatner, everybody knows him as an actor. He also sings. I think that's one of the most beautiful things about what we're doing at Blue Origin. Again, opening the door to more people to go to space. Yes, the scientists, yes, the engineers, but now the artists, poets, singers, DJs, let's just see what they create coming out of this experience. We have said it before, going to space changes you. We've talked about the overview effect. And I can't wait to see how the stories that come out of, and the art that comes out of this. All right, we now have Sarah Knight going around the capsule, getting the thumbs up from each of our astronauts. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us live from West Texas, where we have just completed our second human flight of the New Shepard vehicle. Our crew on board, the great William Shatner, now who has become the oldest person to have ever flown to space at the ripe age of 90 years old, our very own Audrey Powers, as well as our two customers, Glenn DeVries and Chris Bosshausen. Our recovery crew is out there and is about to open the hatch. There is our founder, Jeff Bezos, giving the big thumbs up.
This looks like a familiar shot I remember seeing recently.
Yes.
I'm very happy birthday.
And here come their friends and family.
Stand by. Stand by.
Stand by.
Yep.
What's that? Whenever you're ready. You guys ready? Okay, let me know. Let me know when you're ready, guys. Yeah! Woo! Good job, crew member 7.
Never gets old, does it?
Good trainer. Real question is, how'd you have to do a cap lock?
Yeah,
We'll
that
have to
is
listen
a real
to tapes to
question.
find that out. I don't know. I know my cap
We'll
lock
have
is
to
perfect.
see. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That's right.
Up on the boom, guys.
Again, thank you everybody for joining us live from West Texas at our launch site 1. Our second human space flight crew has gone to space and back up over the Kármán line, just over 351,000 feet. We're awaiting Jeff Bezos, who is now opening the hatch.
Yes.
There's Audrey Powers, a big hug from her sister.
Captain Kirk himself, the great William Shatner.
Our customer, Chris Bosshausen, the first full Australian citizen to go to space and back. And Glenn DeVries. Some big hugs from their loved ones.
In a way, it's indescribable. In a way, it's indescribable.
That's what I thought. You have to work on it. It's so hard to describe.
You have to work on it because not only is it different than what you thought, it happens so quickly. You know what the impression I had that I never expected to have is you're shooting up
Oh my God.
Give
and
me a
this new
champagne
sky.
bottle. Come here. I want one. I want to hear this. Here. You want a little of this? Hey. Oh my God.
The champagne showers have begun. Smiles all around. William Shatner taking in the moment clearly.
What you have done. If everybody in the world needs to do this. Everybody in the world needs to see the
Oh my God.
it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, you know, the little things of weightlessness. But to see the blue cover go whip by, and now you're staring into blackness. That's the thing. The covering of blue, this sheet, this blanket, this comforter of blue that we have around us. We think, oh, that's blue sky. And then suddenly you shoot through it all of a sudden, as though you whip off a sheet off you when you're asleep, and you're looking into blackness, into black ugliness. And you look down, and there's the blue down there, and the black up there, and it's just, there is Mother and Earth and comfort, and is there death? I don't know. Is that death? Is that the way death is? Whoop, and it's gone. Jesus. It was so moving to me. This experience has been something unbelievable. You see, yeah, you know, weightless, my stomach went up, and I thought, God, this is so weird. But not as weird as the covering of blue. This is what I never expected. Oh, it's one thing to say, oh, the sky and the thing and the fragile thing. It's all true. But what isn't true, what is unknown until you do it, is there's this pillow, there's this soft blue. Look at the beauty of that color. And it's so thin. And you're through it in an instant. It's what a... How thick is it? We know.
I mean, the atmosphere.
Is it a mile? 2
No,
miles?
I mean, it depends on how you measure because it thins out, but maybe 50 miles. Not
But
even.
you're going 2,000 miles an hour. So you're through 50 miles
whatever the mathematics
Fast.
are.
Yeah, really
You know,
fast.
it's like a beat, and suddenly you're through the blue,
And then it's
and you're into black, and you're into, you know, it's mysterious and galaxies and things, but what you see is black, and what you see down there is light, and that's the difference. And not to have this, you have done something. I mean, whatever those other guys are doing, what isn't, they don't. I don't know about that. What you have given me is the most profound experience I can imagine. I'm so filled with emotion about what just happened. It's extraordinary, extraordinary. I hope I never recover from this. I hope that I can maintain what I feel now. I don't want to lose it. It's so much larger than me and life. And it hasn't got anything to do with the little green planet, the blue orb, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the enormity and the quickness and the suddenness of life and death oh my God. It's something.
It's so beautiful.
Beautiful, yes, beautiful in its way, but
No, I mean your words.
oh my words.
It's just amazing.
I don't know. I can't even begin to express what I would love to do is to communicate as much as possible the jeopardy, the moment you see how the vulnerability of everything. It's so small. This air, which is keeping us alive, is thinner than your skin. It's a sliver. It's immeasurably small when you think in terms of the universe. It's negligible. This air, Mars doesn't have it. Nothing. I mean, and when you think of carbon dioxide changed to oxygen, and what is it, 20%, and suddenly that level it sustains our life. It's so thin to dirty it. I mean, that's another whole
And you shoot
subject.
through, what you were saying about shooting through it so fast.
So quickly, 50 miles
Then you're just in blackness.
You're in death.
Yeah.
The moment
This is life.
This is life, and that's death. And it's in an instant, you go, wow, that's death. That's what I saw.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And wow.
I am overwhelmed. I had no idea. You know, we were talking earlier before going, well, you know, it's going to be different. Yeah, it's going to, and you have whatever that phrase is you have, that you have a different view of things. It doesn't begin to explain, to describe what for me. I mean, everybody's going to, but. And this is now the commercial. Everybody, it would be so important for everybody to have that experience through one means or another. I mean, maybe you could put it on 3D and wear the goggles and have that experience. I mean, that certainly is a technical possibility. But what you need also, we're lying there and I'm thinking, listen. One delay after another delay, we're lying there, and I think, how do I feel? And I'm thinking, I'm a little jittery here. And when they move the pins, oh, there's something in the engine. They found an anomaly in the engine. They found an anomaly in the engine. We're going to hold a little longer. Oh, you're going to hold a little longer. And I feel this, the stomach, the biome inside, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm thinking I'm a little nervous here. Another delay, I'm a little more nervous, and then the thing starts. By the way, the simulation they have to be warned. It's only a simulation. Everything else is much more powerful. Doesn't capture the and besides which, the jeopardy. Bang! This thing hits. You go, no. That wasn't anything like the simulation.
The G-force.
The G-force. And your stomach, you're like, what's going to happen to me?
Yeah.
Am I going to be able to survive the G-force? You feel that?
Yeah,
Am I going to survive it?
Yeah.
And then I think, good Lord, just getting up the bloody gantry was another. Oh my God, what an experience! What? Nothing.
It looked like you had a moment of camaraderie with your.
Oh, we all
Crewmates
hugged
up
each other.
there and-
You share. It's like being in battle together, really. And there is this bonding of being in battle, but you're also embattled inside yourself. Oh my goodness! Wow, I have had an experience.
We're gonna pin you guys now. Woo!
Okay. All right. Bill.
Wow.
Remember that conversation we had about it not being
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us live. Our second New Shepard astronaut crew has made it home. We just heard some wonderful words from William Shatner, Captain Kirk, who finally had the opportunity to go to space. He became the oldest person to have ever flown to space at the age of 90, if you can believe it. He, of course, went up there with our very own Audrey Powers, our two customers, Glenn DeVries and Chris Bosshausen. Jackie, you heard what William Shatner was saying. What a moment. Everybody needs to see this. He was commenting on, the fragility of it all, just how thin. You think, oh, here we are, it's all covered in blue. But then when you go in a rocket, go through it, and you see how quickly it turns to black. I mean, he was literally moved to tears by it. And it is, we've talked about it before. Rockets with people on board is an emotional experience.
And right now, we're about to see our 4 newest astronauts be pinned with those astronaut wings. So let's check that out.
How was your experience?
It's going to take me a while to be able to
You're going to have to process that.
It was incredible. It was the most incredible thing I've ever.
I have the great honor of pinning this on you. Not many people have been where you have.
On the
Thank
other
you.
hand, if you speak now, as this thing is fresh, well, not only fresh, flooding, like
Chris,
you're totally immersed in.
I have the great honor of pinning this on you. Welcome to a very small club. Bill, it's my real honor to pin this on you. I'm very excited about your ability to communicate this. It's so important for so many people. Oops, this one bent.
So am I.
Do you have a spare one?
I never wanted to tell
We have
him.
a spare, don't worry.
Sorry, this is Audrey's.
Oh,
See,
can we get a
that's,
spare one for Bill real quick? Or you think you can unbend that?
I was gonna try.
That's all right, guys.
No, we'll get it.
Let's pretend I didn't.
Wow,
do it.
good job.
Look at her.
Perfect.
Did she unbend it?
She did.
Clutch.
This is the hardest part of the mission.
All right. Thank
Bill,
you.
you're amazing. You're an amazing person. Audrey, you are so deserving of this.
Thank you.
You've worked so hard on this program, and all your life, you've been dreaming of this.
Isn't that true? What a gift.
Sorry, these things are tricky. I can see. I have more sympathy for Jeff Ashby now. Poor guy. He had to do it in front of a big crowd. It's just that the Nomex is very tough.
Oh, that's true.
It's like really fights you.
There we go. I heard it. I heard it.
That snap.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Okay, guys, we have 4 astronauts before you.
That was absolutely amazing. As Jeff said, we've got 4 astronauts before you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for Blue Origin's second human flight. Of course, a special thank you to Chris Bosshausen and Glenn, our customers. We look forward to, in the next several years, flying more and more of you customers from around the world. And if you watching at home are interested in flying with us, please go to BlueOrigin.com and click on Fly to Space. We cannot wait to send you up. Jackie, thank you so much for spending this time this morning on the desk with you. It was so much fun.
Thank you, Ariane. It was an incredible day, and I cannot wait to hear the stories from these astronauts, especially Audrey. I'm so excited to see her, give her a big hug, and hear how her experience was.
Absolutely, and we already heard from William Shatner and how he's still trying to find his words, and certainly Glenn and Chris, who have vowed as well to share the story with the rest of the world. Cannot wait to hear that. Everybody, the road to space is being built. You're seeing it right here. We took a big step today. And if you are interested in joining our extraordinary team, please visit our website.
Yes, please join us. From two people who have been at Blue Origin for quite a long time, please come join us. And if you'd like to commemorate the day Captain Kirk flew to space, we of course have mission patches. Here you see it on the screen, apparel and other collectible gear in the Blue Origin shop.
Everybody, my name is Ariane Cornell. For Jackie Cortez and everybody here at Blue Origin, thank you for joining us. And until our next launch, Gradatum Ferociter.